The harsh truth is you're probably not shadow banned. But regardless, if your engagement has dropped significantly, you can't reach your followers, you can't reach new people, you can't build your audience and generate new customers, let me show you how to fix it. Now, first things first, we have to identify whether you are shadow banned or what the real issue is. Instagram shadow ban is when your reach drops off a cliff literally overnight after breaking a community guideline on Instagram. You'd see a decrease of 80 to 90% in your reach for 1 to 2 weeks before it then comes back. Shadow ban can be caused for nudity, misinformation around health and finances, buying likes or followers, or participating in loop giveaways, sometimes even engagement groups, and other potentially suspicious behavior such as copyright infringement. However, more often than not, people who think they are shadow banned are actually not. Unless you did one of these things and then the next day you saw a drop of approximately 90% in your reach across multiple days, then chances are it's not shadow banned. Instead, it's simply people engaging with your content less and less each time you post, which has a negatively compounding effect. So you make a post, people don't engage with it. So the next time you post, Instagram show it to even less people. And if that post isn't super engaging, people don't engage with it as well. So next time you post, Instagram show it to less people. And when this is repeated over and over and over, it compounds down. Someone famous said something along the lines of the most powerful force in the universe is compounding interest. And that works both ways, both increasingly and decreasing. And this can lead to your reach dropping by that 80 to 90 to even 95% over the space of a few weeks to a few months, and can really, really hurt your reach, engagement, new customers coming into your business, and income. And this is the more common problem. I'd say at least 90% of the time when people think they're shadow banned, it's usually this. Now, let's look at how you can fix both of these problems and skyrocket your reach again. Firstly, shadow ban. Now, despite popular belief, this is actually a relatively easy thing to fix. Usually the first time you get shadow banned, it'll only last 14 days. And then after that, things go back to normal. So what I would suggest is don't post for the next 14 days, aside from maybe interacting with your audience on your stories. In that time, work out what actions you did wrong. Look through your content and see if anything has been reported. Look if you've posted anything where there was a lot of swearing, or there was a lot of nudity, or maybe you're making massive claims, or maybe there was some misinformation. Try and establish what you did wrong. Currently, Instagram doesn't tell you what you've done wrong, which is really, really annoying. However, Instagram have said that they are working on providing more information around this, because the CEO himself literally said that sometimes you might have a 10-minute video that got flagged because of a 5-second clip in that video. Currently, they don't tell you what that is. However, they do seem to be working on it. And in this 14 days where you're not posting, create a ton of highly engaging content that you can then come back after your 14 days, hit the ground running with a ton of great stuff. This way, when your shadow ban is removed, you've got a ton of awesome content that fits the guidelines that you can then post consistently and start rebuilding your growth and reach. Do your time in Instagram jail, do some research while you're there, create a ton of stuff, then come back, hit the ground running. Now, second, moving on to the more common and tougher one to fix is a slow dying engagement. If this is the situation you're in, you need to go back to the fundamentals and do them consistently, which is the most boring answer possible. I know it's not sexy. There's nothing interesting about this, but you have to do it. All these people selling you tricks and so on, it's not going to help you in the long run. You have to literally just do the fundamentals that we teach on this channel, do them really, really consistently, and you'll probably see a slight dip, maybe in the first 1 to 2 weeks. But when you stick at it and consistently do it and push through that, you will eventually see awesome results. But take a look at these results here. This is a client we were working with who actually bought a bunch of loop giveaways before we started working with them, which, by the way, I highly advise you do not do. And because of this, that absolutely destroyed their engagement. This client was losing 50 followers every single day, and they had an engagement rate of just 0.2%, which is very low. So we went back to the basics. We created engaging, valuable content, and we posted it every single day. We also adapted to new features which are getting a lot of reach at the moment, which in this situation is Reels. And so we began creating short, sharp, engaging Reels for this client, and we posted them every single day. We then followed the simple hashtag strategy that I use and that I've talked about on my channel in videos like this up here, which you can go and check out after this video, to come up with some targeted hashtags which represent their content well and help grow organically. And we did this consistently for over a month. And now the engagement rate on this exact same account is 1.2%, which is 6 times higher than it originally was. And this niche that we're in sort of averages about 1%. So to 6 times the engagement rate over the space of a month is really good. And we will potentially get this even higher, hopefully get up to closer to 2%. And this is all organically, no engagement groups, none of that. And now the account is also no longer losing 50 followers a day, but instead gaining anywhere from 50 to 150 followers per day. And then within a month of continuing what we're doing, we'd hopefully, ideally, be gaining 200 to 300 highly targeted followers every single day entirely organically, and improving the engagement rate even more. And this goes to show what's possible. You can take an account that has had low engagement and that has done things like loop giveaways in the past, or the engagement's faded away because you haven't been posting, or you haven't been putting in the effort and therefore the content is not as good, or you haven't adapted to trends. You can take an account like that, focus on the fundamentals, spend 1 to 2 months, and you can build that engagement back up. You really need to focus on serving your target audience, making content that they love, that they engage with, that serves them, and then do it as often as you can. If you follow the free content that I put out here on YouTube to set up your hashtags, right? Like I've got a full tutorial on my YouTube channel that'll run you through all of this, and you get a free trial for the hashtag tool that I use with my link down below. You put that on the content that you've made that serves them. You then adapt to new trends and features as they come out to maximize on them and maximize your results. And so if you want to stay up to date on those latest trends and things that are coming out, make sure you subscribe to my channel, because I constantly post videos about updates, new things, and new strategies that you need to be jumping on. And the key here is consistently. When you show up every single day for your audience, you can rebuild your engagement really nicely, regardless of whether you've been shadow banned or if you've just been in a situation where your engagement has dwindled over time. And if you're a business owner and that sounds too overwhelming to stay up to date with all the strategies, features, trends, and be posting daily, I understand. In that case, you should consider hiring our agency, where we pretty much do that for clients. We're posting daily, staying up to date with all the latest trends for them, and helping them generate income from their account. I will leave a link down in the description to book a free discovery call to see if we're a good fit. Please note, however, we only currently work with business owners, more specifically, mostly businesses in the educational space, coaches, consultants, agencies, software companies, education platforms, etc. So if you aren't one of those niches, or you're just getting started as Instagram as a side hustle, we probably don't have the best service for you. And instead, you should grab my free ebook down below, which will run you through the things you need to do to get results. I've linked my free tutorials and all of that in there, so that'll help you a ton. And I hope that sums it up, helps answer your question. Maybe it's not the answer you were looking for, but hopefully it is the answer that you needed to go ahead and start getting results on Instagram. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like. I've left a ton of free resources down in the description that can help you out. That's it from me. Subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all next time. Cheers.